welcome to another episode. Welcome to another edition of the show. We are bringing you another video as always. Promising entertainment, promising discussion, bringing you insightful conversations. Welcome. So, you might have heard of the Global Citizen Show or the Global Citizen Festival. Yes. If you are in the UK, if you are in the United States, if you are in any part of Europe, you may have heard about it. Now, sometime last week, this festival was in Accra, Ghana. Yes, this festival was in Accra, Ghana. And we've got some amazing discoveries and stories to discuss today. Welcome to the show, LJ. LJ is joining me today. Welcome, bro. How are you doing today?
I'm okay, KB. How are you, man?
I'm good, bro. Anything exciting from your end?
We just been, just work. You know, we're actually living a boring life. Just work, but, chasing the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
everything good, man. Everything good.
Great. Once we have life and we are kicking, I think that's the most important thing. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's jump right into it. So over the weekend, the Global Citizen Show came to Accra, Ghana, and something interesting really happened. The president of Ghana was actually in attendance. Now, first of all, let me give you a brief background of the festival. So, what this whole show is about is actually on poverty alleviation. They are trying to alleviate poverty through entertainment, through music, through fun games and things like that. So they organize concerts and people buy tickets. They raise funds to end world hunger and then poverty. Yeah, so it was the turn of Accra, Ghana. The president of Ghana was obviously there. And to his surprise, he was booed. In fact, the citizens were not happy with him. He was booed for attending the show, all because people are actually pouring out their anger to the administration, saying that the government isn't fruitful, people are not seeing any development, people are not seeing change, and that people were calling for his withdrawal from the presidency. And this has generated a lot of conversation. I believe, LJ, you might have heard about this very story. Sorry.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah, I was following the festival that night, but because it
Yeah.
was still long, yeah, it got to a point I had to sleep off. But then I woke up the next morning to the news that our president, His Excellency Akufo-Addo, Nana Akufo-Addo, has been booed
Yeah.
by sections of the crowd. Some were clapping and asking him to move away and then stuff like that. So yeah, it is what it is, KB. People
Okay.
have their opinions and then they are entitled to it. They have the right to express how they feel. I think
Okay.
that is one of the tenets of democracy. So for
Yeah.
me, it's no big deal. It's not an issue.
Yeah. For me, when I heard about it, it wasn't actually something new. I wasn't surprised because, trust me, people are actually suffering out there. The system is really hard, and people are actually finding it very difficult to have a 3 square meal because people will not actually walk to you and tell you their issues. They won't do that. But secretly, people are actually suffering to the extent that now a sachet of water is being sold for 50 pesos. It's
Are you serious? Hold
Yeah,
on,
I'm
man.
serious. 50 pesos for a sachet of water. And it's crazy because this is basic needs. You understand? This is basic stuff that people need. Just common water. To be able to drink filtered water in Ghana, and not to talk of the bottle one, just the sachet one is going for 50 cedis. So people have got rent to pay. People
No,
have got
50 pesos or 50 cities.
50 pesos. 50
That's the
pesos,
half of
sorry.
a city. Okay,
Yeah,
exactly.
50
Okay.
pesos. If I said 50 cedis earlier, forgive me. I'm referring to
Okay.
50 pesos. This was something that cost the ordinary Ghanaian 20 pesos back in the day.
Just Not back in the day, just
Even
like
just like a month
a
ago
year
or
ago,
2 months ago.
11, 12 months ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So from 20 pesos all the way to 50 pesos, it doesn't make sense. You understand? And one thing that I have realized with the Ghanaian economy is that prices are not regulated. So if government says that there's been a 1.5% increase in fuel prices, people then just transfer the 1.5% increase even more onto all the products. You understand? So some people even go all the way to about 10% because they just believe that once government has actually increased fuel costs or fuel prices, then they must automatically increase their prices to whatever percentage they want. And I think that
Okay.
is what is affecting the Ghanaian economy. One major thing that also came to light is that people are jobless. So they were actually booing the president because they were trying to put out their frustration, saying that there are no jobs in the country and that they cannot find things to do. And this is the conversation that brought Bulldog into this whole thing. You understand? So
Okay.
Bulldog also went to share his frustration on United Television show, and then he was talking about the fact that he supports what the citizen did to the president at the global festival, which was at the Independence Square. He actually supported because times are hard in the country and everybody's suffering. And he put out this comment on the show. Now, after the show, he was actually receiving threats through text messages and social media. People actually threatening him, telling him that they're going to come for his life and all that. And obviously, these were people who are party faithfuls, people who supported or people who actually support the current government. So this is the whole story surrounding the whole brouhaha. And he Bulldog has dared the government, saying that if anybody has power, is if anybody is a man, they should jail him. They should arrest him and jail him. And I think you being a Ghanaian and all of us being Ghanaians, we share in the same sentiments that times are really, really tough. You may not be in Ghana, but your family is there. One way or the other, they are saying that, oh, bro, these things are tough, things are difficult. Send us some money. Once you start receiving this calls, you know that there's huge pressure from home. You get my point?
Yeah, yeah, I get you. I get you. You see, KB, you know, for poverty, when we're talking about issues of poverty, yeah,
Yeah,
poverty is in every corner of this globe. You understand?
yeah,
There's no single land or there's no single country that is bereft of poverty. But I think it is the level or
the level of
the
poverty that
percentage
actually,
of
yeah,
the population that is within this predicament that is alarming. That is what we are
yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Poverty has always been in Ghana. It will always be in Ghana. So at the end of the day, it's a personal decision to want to do something about it for yourself. You understand? But
yeah.
that does not mean that we shouldn't hold the people that we put in power accountable.
Good.
If okay, the last time I've been in Ghana was I think a year ago, and just like you were saying,
Yeah.
a sachet of water, filtered water, was 20 pesos. But if today it's 50 pesos, I just don't know when there was the price, change that huge or that astronomical rise from 20 pesos to 50
To
pesos, which is
250
about, I
pesos. Yeah.
think, that is, what is the increment? I think 300% increment, if I'm not
Yeah, that's
mistaken.
a lot.
That's a lot. So I think our leaders, the people we put in power to serve us and not to be kings and lords over us, have to be in a position to accept criticism
Yeah.
because that is the job that we gave you to do. So if things are hard for the people, they are the ones feeling it. Of course, the politician is not going to feel it because we are talking about African politicians. We know who they are. Excuse my language, but
Yeah.
If these people are the ones feeling it and then they decide that this is the only way that they can pour out their grievances, I think they are in the right to do it. Because I remember the last time I was following the news back home, people actually wanted to go on demonstration, but the government prevented them. There was no way you could go on demonstration to pour out your grievances.
Yeah.
You get it? So if the people get this opportunity, they know, yeah, this one, the whole world is watching. There are bigger eyes on us. So let's use this opportunity to tell him how we feel. I think it's not really, really responsible from anybody. We can only allege that the people that sent the text or the calls to Bulldog to threaten him, we can only allege that they are people that have things to do or anything to do with the ruling government.
Yeah.
This we cannot prove.
Yeah.
But if it turns out to be true that these people are people that are in bed with the government, then it's a shame because
He no,
what
he actually stated that he got those calls and text messages, some of it from the Jubilee House, which is the presidency.
okay, that is what he is saying.
Yeah.
Whether or not it is true, I don't know. You
Mm.
don't know. Only he knows the truth.
Yeah.
You understand? So it comes back to say that if it turns out to be true that these text messages and these threats are coming from where he's claiming that they have come from, then it's a shame to our democracy because we have come so far as a nation in terms of democracy or where democracy is concerned. This is a president that prides in democracy and the tenets of democracy.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when I was a little boy, I remember the Kumi Preku demonstration,
Demonstrations and all that. Yeah.
he is one of the people that were in charge because we know he was a human rights lawyer himself before he became president.
Yeah.
So if your dispensation cannot allow people to express their opinions, then what happened to your champion in human rights?
Human rights. Yeah.
So I don't get it. So Bulldog to me hasn't done anything wrong. He is a citizen. He is feeling the heat. So if he can't talk about it, then who is going to talk about it? If we can't talk about it, we can't expect foreigners from outside the country to come and say it for us.
Yeah.
So shame on those people that sent the text to him, whether
Yeah.
or not they are coming from the seat or the yeah, or from the Jubilee House. That I don't know. But even if they're just ordinary people who have nothing to do with the government, it's a shame. It's an
Yeah.
embarrassment for them to threaten the life of an individual or a citizen who, by constitution, is conferred to speak his
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
As long as what he's saying falls within the confines of the laws of the land. I see no reason why he shouldn't say it. He hasn't said anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's a
So
shame.
so if in my opinion, I think if governments are refusing, or if governments are unable to deliver development to their people, the least they can do for them is to allow them to actually share their opinions on matters, and
That is the least.
yeah.
Maybe that is the least they can do.
Yeah.